Hello. Good to meet everybody. Happy to be here. I'm going to talk a little bit about AI, as is the common theme here. Actually, I think we should have Amy come out and just sing all of this for us again. I want to talk about high-level AI. I've been in this space for generative AI over 3 years, and I want to talk, what is this technology we're talking about? Because I think we all need to take a slight step back in how we're thinking about it. My company is Enhanced AI. With AI, let's take a step back of what is this technology. And with AI, you have to start thinking a little bit bigger and a little bit more differently than how you've been thinking in the past. And this is coming from experience. I've worked with thousands of use cases, hundreds of companies, been on the ground floor of this whole thing as it's been coming about. Let's talk about how this all started. Okay, so there were a bunch of scientists that said, hey, let's train these machine models on 100 million pieces of data and see if these machines get smarter. What happened? At the very end of the day, they said, well, they're not very smart. Like, this isn't very good. Except for one engineer said, and so they all abandoned it. Except for one engineer said, no, we're not thinking big enough. We're not thinking large enough. We need to train it on more. Let's train it on 175 billion pieces of data and see how smart the machine gets. At the end of the day, it was at the growth curve of the intelligence of the machine was just at the very beginning. And they would actually, 100 million pieces of data seems like a lot, right? When they did that, it was 0.5% of what they actually needed to train it on. And when they actually trained it on the full 175 billion, boom, ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, it was GPT 3.5 came out, and it was actually a pretty smart model to start using. So with AI, I just want to challenge everybody to ignore or think beyond the common theories that are out there, and that's what we really have to do when you start putting it into your business, and how do you make it really practical. So who am I? Brad Moss. I've been in this space for a little while now, worked at Amazon, managed a multi-$100 billion platform there, new business there, worked with lots of other big companies along the way. And this is my latest venture, which is super fun and exciting because I've always been on the forefront of technology and never have I had more fun than I'm having now in this AI space. So being deep in these use cases, these models, what I've realized is that for the last 40 years, we have been using the left brain of technology. If you consider technology a right and left brain, we've been using the left brain. So what does that mean? Data centers, exact data, exact science of where's the specific point that we're getting. We're loading information into the left brain. We're getting exactly what we want out of it. AI is the right brain of technology, is now here. What does that mean? It's different, right? Everyone's like, well, it's hallucinating. No, it's just a different side of the brain. It's a different technology. It can complete your sentence for you. The other technology could never do that before. AI is the rest of the brain that we're now just figuring out how to interface with. And we're coming up with these challenges because we're used to dealing with technology, but it's really the left brain side that we're used to dealing with. And now we're trying to tackle on the right brain side of technology where it's predictive, it can come up with interesting things, songs, all sorts of stuff. And we're like, why is it not exact like we're used to? Well, it's not designed to be exact. It's designed on pattern recognition and pattern completion. And so when you put it into business, you actually have to start thinking about what is AI, the AI side, generative AI side, versus the left side of technology, which is exact and precise. And you actually have to marry the two together. So quick example of what do I mean by that? If you look at a database or like a map, right? You have exact coordinates. I know exactly where to go. Boom, that's where I'm going. That's the left side of technology. The right side, an AI, is more like dealing with these things they call vector databases, which is an AI type technology, or used in AI quite a bit. It's more like going to a library and saying, oh, here's the fiction section, and I want to go to think about whales in the fiction section. It's not the exact book I'm looking for. I have to look through a bunch of books to find maybe what I want, but it's more generic and more section-based versus the database side. Now, how do you interface with AI? What are the most useful ways and how to think about when I'm chatting with ChatGPT or dealing with Midjourney or whatever other systems that I'm working through? I often say it's like my 7-year-old. When I tell him, and AI, when you interface with it, It's like when I'm telling my 7-year-old, hey, go clean your room, and he's going to go clean his Legos and come back and be like, Dad, I've cleaned my room, I'm all done. I'm like, no, you didn't make your bed, you didn't clean up your clothes. And if I give him the exact list of what things to do, hey, do these 5 things, he's actually going to go do them and be like, no, I cleaned my room, and be all proud of himself, and he can go off. And AI, many times you hear, right, you have to be exact what you want out of it, precise. Now, there's another limitation on the other side. If I gave my 7-year-old 30 things to do, I said, hey, here's your list of 30 things to do and clean your room, he's going to do like 2 of them and be like, just get lost and come back and be like, I think I did it, Dad. But at the end of the day, his mind just got overloaded. And when dealing with models, you've all faced this, or if you've tried to load a lot of data in there, like it just gets overloaded. These models are not quite smart enough to like have these huge lists of millions of pieces of data like we're used to dealing with. So it's really similar. Now, where a lot of people, when they talk about AI, it's like, hey, can it be this magical thing that just kind of does everything for me? Like, can I just give it to AI and it does it all? No, it's a technology that's evolving. And I would like to say that there's a really small set of use cases where it will do 100% of the job for you. Now, there's a larger set of use cases, it will do 90% of the job for you. And then a much larger percentage of use cases where it will do 50% of the job for you. Now, if you got a use case that takes you 3 weeks, 50% is still saving you a week and a half of time, right? So that's leaning into the adoption of AI. Now, from a high level, what is it good at? I like to use an ACE framework. I call it an ACE framework. It's really good at analysis. It's really good at creativity, and really good at execution. So when you think about how do I implement this in my business, think of these 3 areas: analysis, execution, and creativity. The analysis side, anything that you're doing that has an analysis should be done with AI. 90% should be totally done with AI at this point. Or you just work on creating that. We have a project we've put in place for a consulting company. Used to take 3 months. It takes 3 hours now. And it does future trend analysis over the next 3 years of what a whole industry is going to be doing. And we're using AI to systematize this whole thing and process it. It's amazing. Creativity, everyone see blog generators. We have an automated one that does some pretty amazing stuff. Execution, we have one thing with AI that you have to think about is that AI will do things, these things that you should be doing in your business, you've known for years you should do them. AI is actually a perfect opportunity to start doing those. We have a big company that, lead scoring. When you think about new leads coming in, like everyone knows they should be doing it, but no one does it because it's hard. It's hard to put in and implement, or there's big systems. With AI, you can put it in pretty quickly and easily. Like a lead scoring model, we have a company that put it in, and now their conversion rates are up almost 40% on what they're doing. So moving beyond chat, know that AI is more than ChatGPT. It's more than Midjourney. You actually have to put it in and implement into your system. To do so, we've actually created a system called Flux Prompt, which actually pulls all the 150 AI systems and models into one place and makes it easy for a business operator to use it. And that's what I've been doing now. I challenge everybody to think bigger and think differently and use AI and move forward. Thank you very much.